balloon present है उनकी, either the constriction can be in your branches or the last balloon will not be properly expanding or relaxing. Okay, now when you know that whether the once you know that there is a constriction in your lungs, then you need to focus on your breathing pattern. Now for breathing also, you need to understand whether you have any specific disease related to it, or it is just because of the environment. Okay, now once you know that आपकी जो प्रॉब्लम है वो सिर्फ एक रिस्ट्रिक्शन की वजह से है या ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन की वजह से, you can work on it. There are three majorly three major bifurcations which we talk about when we are talking about lung health. Those are namely asthma, COPD, emphysema. Asthma is basically one thing that gets triggered due to some or the other allergen. एलर्जन जो होता है वो किसी भी फॉर्म में हो सकता है. Either it can be because of dust, it can be because of pollution, it can be because of specific allergens like किसी को होता है कि हमारे को धूल से हो जाती है, किसी को बोलते हैं कि हमारे को किसी स्पेसिफिक पर्टिकुलर खाने में कोई चीज होती है जिसकी वजह से हो जाती है, जैसे हल्दी होती है, किसी को हल्दी से हो जाती है, वो प्रॉब्लम हमारी अस्थमा में रिलेट करती है. अस्थमा इज यूजुअली डायग्नोस्ड अर्ली एट योर चाइल्डहुड एज, जो कि आपके बचपन से ही आपके साथ रहती है, बिकॉज दैट इज वन थिंग दैट गेट्स ट्रिगर्ड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट स्पेसिफिक एलर्जेंट. Second is COPD. COPD is basically chronic obstruction pulmonary disease. That is धीरे 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 जैसे जैसे आपकी ब्रांचेस में कंस्ट्रिक्शन आनी शुरू हो जाती है, देयर इज ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन टू द फ्लो ऑफ एयर, तब ये प्रॉब्लम आनी शुरू होती है. It can be seen in early ages of 30s and that can further be increased into later stages. Lastly is the emphysema. COPD एंड एम्फाइमा जो हैं ये दोनों ना थोड़ी सी इंटररिलेटेड होती हैं. COPD इज बेसिकली द कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द ब्रांचेस, जो आपकी ब्रांचेस जा रही हैं लंग्स में, ये उनकी कंस्ट्रक्शन होती है. एंड एम्फाइमा इज द लास्ट में जो बैलून प्रेजेंट है उसके कोलैप्स होने की वजह से होती है, क्योंकि वो प्रॉपर्ली ना तो एक्सपैंड कर पाता है ना ही रिलैक्स कर पाता है. ये दोनों प्रॉब्लम जो होती है ना, ये ज्यादातर लेटर स्टेजेस में मिलती है. इसीलिए हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है टू आइडेंटिफाई, टू अंडरस्टैंड कि लंग हेल्थ इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है. वंस यू नो कि आपकी लंग हेल्थ में कोई ना कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन या ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन आ रही है, देन यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन योर ब्रीदिंग पैटर्न्स टू इम्प्रूव दैट लंग हेल्थ. नाउ वंस यू हम लोगों को अभी तक ये चीज समझ में आ गई है कि हमारा लंग क्या था, लंग्स में हमारे क्या क्या चीजें प्रेजेंट थी. अब हम लोग बात करते हैं जो हमारे सपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स है लंग में. सपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स इन द सेंस हमारे लंग्स के नीचे एक डोम शेप में, इस तरह से हल्का सा यू शेप में डायफ्राम प्रेजेंट होता है. दैट डायफ्राम हेल्प्स कि जब भी आप ब्रीद इन करते हो या ब्रीद आउट करते हो तो वो आपकी लंग्स में एक तरीके से वैक्यूम क्रिएट करता है. वो वैक्यूम क्या करता है कि आपके लंग्स में एयर को अंदर आने में हेल्प करता है. वंस द एयर इज इन, तब ये आपकी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर ले, रिलैक्स करता है. जैसे ही वो रिलैक्स करता है अगेन वो इसी शेप में आ जाता है. जब वो इस शेप में आता है तो जो आपके लंग्स में एयर प्रेजेंट थी वो उसको ब्लो आउट करने में हेल्प करता है. नेक्स्ट आर दी इंटरकोस्टल मसल्स. इंटरकोस्टल मसल्स जो होती हैं वो हमारी रिब्स पे जॉइंट होती हैं. अगर हम लंग का स्ट्रक्चर देखें तो उसके ऊपर हमारी रिब्स होती हैं, छोटी छोटी बोन्स प्रेजेंट होती हैं थ्रू आउट दिस एरिया. उन रिब्स के बीच में, अगर ये पहली रिब है और ये दूसरी रिब है, तो इसके बीच में एक बिल्कुल पतली सी लेयर प्रेजेंट होती है मसल की, इंटरकोस्टल मसल. वो हेल्प करती है आपके चेस्ट के एक्सपेंशन और रिलैक्सेशन में. ये सारे हमारे सपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं लंग के इन एंड अराउंड, जो हमारी ब्रीदिंग में हेल्प करते हैं. नाउ जब हम लोग इनकी एक्सरसाइजेस की बात करते हैं, लंग हेल्थ की बात करते हैं, तो हमारे लिए बहुत जरूरी है कि हम इन सारे स्ट्रक्चर्स पे वर्क करें. So we'll be working on the breathing patterns, we'll be working over the intercostal muscles, we'll be working over the diaphragm कि हम उसकी strengthening और stretching पे work कर सकें. Okay? Now we'll start with some of the exercises for today's session. For first exercise, we are going to work with pursed lip breathing. Pursed lip breathing is basically to help the breathing pattern to कंटिन्यू द ब्रीदिंग पैटर्न इन सच अ वे कि आपके लंग्स में एल्वोलाई तक, वो बैलून तक ब्रीथ जो आपकी एयर है वो पहुंच सके. Okay, so what we need to start with is you need to sit in a very comfortable position with your shoulders relaxed, back straight. Then you need to breathe in through your nose. So you'll be keeping your mouth closed and you'll be breathing in from your nose. While you're breathing in, you need to count up to 2 seconds. So you'll be breathing in 1, 2. For 2 seconds, you'll try to take the breathe in. Once you breathe in, hold that for about 2 seconds. 1, 2. Once you, then you need to exhale. You need to breathe out. But while you're breathing out, you need to form your lips in a oval shape, like you're trying to blow out. You're trying to, blow into a balloon. Okay. So you need to breathe in. 1, 2, hold, then form an oval shape from your lips. And then you need to breathe out. Again, we'll breathe in and we'll breathe out. Let's repeat it for 5 seconds, so 5 repetitions. So you need to breathe in. Again. Last more. Relax. While you're relaxing, you can again straighten your back, relax your shoulder muscles, and breathe normally like you usually do. This exercise will help your lungs to breathe in the maximum oxygen it can take in and help your muscles to relax when the oxygen is going out of your lungs. Once you're done with this exercise, then we'll go towards the next exercise, that is the diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing is basically to enhance your diaphragm that was present below your lungs. Now, for that, what you need to do is, again, straighten your back, sit in a comfortable position, relax your shoulders. Now, when you're breathing in, you need to focus on your belly. When you're breathing in, you need to think about your belly and you need to expand it. So whenever you are taking the breathe in, you don't need to focus on your chest, you need to focus on your belly. Your belly should actually form. It should come out. Once it's out, wait for 2 to 3 seconds and then exhale. Again, once you take in, your belly should move out. And then once you relax, it should go in. Again, you breathe in, let your belly out. And your belly should go in. In case if you feel the belly is not actually coming out, you can also try another position. If you're comfortable, you can stand. If you feel that standing would not be helpful, you can lie down. Lie down on a flat surface, keeping your legs straight. You can try even that. So you need to take your breath in. Once you're taking your breath in, your belly should actually expand. Okay. Now again, this exercise was for your diaphragm. Your diaphragm has to be properly contracted and relaxed during the breathing. अगर वो अच्छे से कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं करता है या वो अच्छे से एक्सपैंड नहीं करता है, तो आपकी जो ब्रीदिंग है उसमें एक तरीके का ग्लिच रहता है। वो ग्लिच क्या रहता है कि जैसे बताया था, डायफ्राम वाज देयर टू फिल योर लंग्स, एक वैक्यूम क्रिएट करने के लिए। तो वो वैक्यूम क्रिएट नहीं होगा। अगर वो वैक्यूम क्रिएट नहीं होगा तो लंग्स में जो हवा आनी चाहिए, जो ऑक्सीजन जानी चाहिए, वो प्रॉपरली आएगी ही नहीं। So there has to be a proper vacuum that needs to be formed in your lungs. Okay. Lastly, we'll be working towards the deep breathing pattern. Deep breathing pattern is one thing that I would want you all need to focus even when you're not in the form of exercising, because that really helps your alveoli, your branches to be filled with the maximum air it can fill in. For that, you need a timer. Either you can have a watch with you or you can count it on your fingers. All you need to focus on is the timing 3, 4, and 3. So, what is 3, 4, 3? That is, you need to work on the seconds while you're taking in your breath, while you're holding the breath, and once you're exhaling your breath. So, for breathing in, you need to count for 3 seconds. When you're holding your breath, you need to count for 4 seconds. And when you're exhaling your breath, you need to count for 3 seconds. So the pattern has to be maintained. And while you're breathing in, breathing out, or even holding it, you need to maintain the rhythm of it. Okay. So let's start with that. You need to start counting with me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's start with this. We need to breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Hold and exhale. Again, breathe in. Hold and exhale. Again, breathe in. Hold and exhale. One more, last. Hold and exhale. Great. So this exercise was to help your lungs have the maximum air capacity that it can incorporate. So whenever you're breathing in, if you're keeping a time for it, for taking that much time to breathe in, the maximum air travels into your lung. Once you're holding it, the lungs muscles actually work more than its efficiency to hold that breath inside your lung. Once that is trying to hold it inside its lung, inside itself, the muscles are getting worked over it. While you're exhaling, all the muscles are trying to relax at a very rhythmic place. If that has been happening all together throughout the day, whenever you're trying to do it the maximum, the muscles get used to it. Once the muscles get used to it, आप भी उतना कंफर्टेबल हो जाओगे उस ब्रीदिंग पैटर्न को अपनी नॉर्मल लाइफ में इनकॉर्पोरेट करने के लिए. Breathing is very easy once you understand it. But if you don't understand it, then yes, might become very difficult for you. So my advice always is have a timer with you. Start with exercises, the easy ones that we have just gone through. First was the pursed lip breathing, where you need to breathe in, hold, and while you're exhaling out, you need to form a oval shape from your lips and breathe out like you're trying to blow into a balloon. Secondly, was your deep breathing exercise that we just did with the rhythm. We are counting the time while we are inhaling, while we are holding, and while we are exhaling out. Lastly, was your diaphragmatic breathing. That was for your diaphragm when you're breathing in for your belly. So your belly needs to expand whenever you're breathing in, and it needs to relax whenever you're breathing out. So you need to make sure that your belly is actually expanding and relaxing at the same point. Okay. So these exercises were done to increase your lung capacity, to increase this lung health, to improve your deep breathing patterns, to improve your breathing patterns, and lastly, to have impact on your diaphragm. The diaphragm is one thing that needs to work first thing, and then we need to work over the intercostal muscles. That will do in the following sessions that will be followed. I hope that everything was clear during the session. Is there anything that you need to know or you need to understand? We can have the session. You can send the questions in the community group. If there is anything that you need to talk about, is there anything that you need to understand, the community group is open for all. You can send in your questions, your queries, whatever you feel. So there will be a quiz also afterwards on the WhatsApp. So whosoever will be the first ones from the seniors will be responding to that will get a gift hamper from AGEasy. I hope to see all you responding there with the quiz, and might of you, I hope that all of you get the hamper. Namaste. I hope you all take care of yourself and continue with these exercises. We'll see you in the following sessions.